record? Okay. Sorry, I want to record the newbie speech for the webpage. All right, so welcome to Legend. My name is Syr Nada. I am the sheriff. I sit in one of the 5 administration board chairs. My job is to ensure that check-in is being properly conducted, and I'm also like the head reeve, which we'll talk more about that later. So I'm pretty much the top referee. Any decision that comes with the rule books, it has to come through me when there's questions about it. So this is your newbie speech. I'm gonna run down through the basics of the game, and yeah, let's get right started. All right, so Legend, it's a full contact sport, right? That means you're gonna get hit with foam weapons. They do not hurt, they do sting a little bit, okay? So this is what constitutes a hit, right? It needs to be 12 inches. So this is a hit, 12 inches, right? That's a solid hit, right? No rapid fire, no grazing with this weapon. We'll talk about grazing later. No sawing, no nothing. It has to be 12 inches, okay? So let's elaborate on the hit. So it's a 2-point hit system, okay? So any limbs, you get hit once, and then a second time, that's 2 points, you're dead. Now, if I hit you in your torso, and that's 1, you're dead, okay? What constitutes a limb? So obviously your arms and your legs, but your torso is anything that doesn't rotate around your shoulder, right? Or whatever this area is here, okay? Your butt, it counts as torso, and so does your groin, okay? Other games, if you hit the right cheek, that's right leg. No, if you hit the buttocks, that's it, okay? It's torso. So yeah, put up your guard right now. So for balancing purposes, right, your fist counts as part of the weapon. So if I snap his knuckles right here, that is his weapon, and he will say hand on weapon, okay? Because if not, we'll be sniping each other every single day, okay? Foot on ground, so that people don't just come and sweep your toes. If I hit his foot while it's on the ground, or hit his toes, that is foot on ground, it does not count, right? If he lifts that, and I hit it, it will count, okay? It's not on ground anymore. Same thing with arrows, but we'll talk about projectiles here soon, okay? All right. So, the universal symbol for death in any LARP is you're gonna put your hand above your head, right? Usually you'll have your weapon, or just anything, you know, hey, I'm dead. And this game is all about communication, all right? We do not call other people's hits in this game. So if I hit him, but he actually hit him in the armor and it didn't count, I can be like, I hit you in the arm. You need to take that. No, that's his decision. He constitutes whether he got hit or not, okay? All right, so let's talk about shields. Legend is a little rougher, right? You can shield manipulate. I can open his shield and hit him. I can press on his shield and we can lock right here. Move this way a little bit. We can lock right here, right? What I will not do is called shield edging. So I'm not gonna stand here and just go, that is a no-no, okay? I will also not just to his shield, I won't do it to his body or any other part of his torso, okay? I will not throw my shield either. It is just to open up, okay? Or let's say I need to block and we kind of like, this is okay. Shield kicking. This is what a shield kick looks like, right? One solid foot on the ground. You come up and you shield kick. That's a shield kick, right? You have to make eye contact when you do that with him. I cannot just simply, he can be fighting on the side and then I come in and just kick him in the shield, okay? If I'm going to shield bash, which is different from locking shields, I need to make eye contact and state. It's all about communication. So I'm gonna be like, shield bash, and I'm gonna do that right there, okay? Turn around. You cannot do that while he's not facing me. Even if he like, hey, Casey, and he looks at me, that does no good, okay? That's not fair. Forgot to talk about something about legs. So if I hit his leg, 2 things are gonna happen. He can call post, and now he's gonna pivot around the wounded leg. Or he can go down on his knees, and now that becomes a dead leg. The leg that I hit, if I hit it again, it's a dead leg. So now I have to hit his other one, okay? If you decide to go to your knees, you cannot come back up. So you can go from pivot, you can go down, but you cannot come back up. Once you make the decision, you're stuck with it, okay? So we talked about shield manipulation. Let's talk about grapples. So this game does allow grappling, okay? This is what a grapple looks like. Stick your sword on for the camera. So I'm gonna solid contact. I grabbed him, right? And now we can wrestle for his weapon, for his shield, whatever. Manipulation until somebody dies, we go on the ground or whatnot. What we will not do is, oh, no crazy moves. I'm gonna twist his elbow or whatever, or just grab him and toss him or pick him up, nothing like that, okay? It's just, again, manipulation of the body to wrestle around for the weapon, for the shield, okay? I'm not gonna grab him here by the garb and just tussle him around, okay? That wouldn't be fair. Let's say Casey has armor. Do you have armor underneath that?
AC2.
Okay, he has AC2. Come here for the camera. And I have nothing on my torso, right? He cannot engage a grapple with me. Now, if I do it to him, right, as an adult, and I engage the grapple, he's in all his rights to defend himself, okay? The reason you can't do that is because if he does it to me and he lands on me, all that armor that he has, let's say he had actual metal plates, AC3, that would hurt a lot, okay? Now that we're in the discussion of armor. So our weapons have colors on them. We have blue weapons, which are usually just flails. I don't have one here right now, but they're pretty much just pillows. They constitute being attached to a string and just pillows like this, right? Nothing in this game is face legal, but throwies like this, where it's just pillows, or a blue weapon, they can hit you from the hairline back to behind the ears, okay? But nothing, no weapon, no matter what category is, can allow you to hit in the face, okay? If that happens, you say face. Now, we're fighting, and I hit him in the face, and it bounces off and hit him in the shoulder. It does not count. Now, we're fighting, and I hit him in the shoulder, and it bounces off and hits him in the face. That first shot does count. It was an accident, okay? Things happen. Back to armor points, okay? So that was a blue, right? Blue is just soft pillow weapons. It's still 1 point. Green is also 1 point. So if he has leather right here, let's say that's AC2, right? So this is green, 1 point, right? So that's 1, 2, armor broken. 3, he takes a wound, okay? Now, my red weapons, who do 2 points of damage, right? Since it's 2, I hit him once, it's destroyed. I hit him again, he takes a wound. If he had a higher level armor, which it doesn't, but I have a higher level weapon right here, a yellow weapon, which constitutes usually of an arrow, it does 3 points. So, if he has AC2 and a weapon that does 3 points of damage, hits him in the arm, it carries through. So the armor is destroyed and he takes a wound. Got it? Oh. This is a reeve sash. This is what the referees wear around. Do not argue with the reeve. Their word is law. If you feel like something is not being said correctly, talk to a knight, which wears a yellow belt, or anybody in the administration board. If you don't know who they are, I'll point them out to you, okay? But do not argue with them in the field because it just makes things more complicated than they should be. If you feel like something wasn't called right, do it to the side of the field, okay? Let's talk about throwies and arrows. All right, so earlier I said that these weapons do not do grazing damage, right? Grazing does not count, okay? But projectiles do. So this is a spell ball. Quick update with this. If somebody throws a spell at you as a new player and they don't know what it is, don't take it. If you get hit with a spell ball and you don't know what it is, you can ask, hey, what does that do? Again, if they don't know what it does, then I wouldn't take it, okay? But if this graces him, let's simulate a grace, it will count. It doesn't have to be a full hit. An arrow, if an arrow graces him, it still counts. It doesn't have to be a solid boom, okay? If an arrow starts bouncing on the ground, the hit does not carry, right? These are simulated weapons. If you do that with an arrow, it'll probably stop eventually or just get stuck on the ground. Foot on ground still counts with this. Now, if he's running and he lifts that foot and I snipe it, still counts. The foot needs to be on the ground, okay? Your bows, if you are going to be close, about proximity, I would say 15 to 20 feet, do not full draw. Do not full draw, okay? If you are that close to him, say I'm about to be 10 feet away, a half draw, okay, pretty, because I'm gonna shoot. That is a half draw. That was already pretty straight. Imagine how hard it would have been if I would have full drawn that, okay? This is a 40-pound bow. All bows are 40 pounds. Well, the limit for bows are 40 pounds in Legend, okay? Let's go back to red weapons. Red weapons, which usually look like this, which is a pole or a greatsword, can have shield breaking properties. So that means that a solid hit, remember we talked about that you don't call people's hits, right? A solid hit that he's going to decide whether it was solid or not can do a shield break. This is a full shield, which means it'll take 3 shield breaks. Anything smaller than that is called a buckler, takes 2. This is what a shield break looks like. All right, you're gonna state it. Shield break, solid hit, that is 1. This is not a shield break. Shield break does not count. Shield break does not count, right? And remember what I said, he counts it, right? If I go shield break, and that wasn't hard enough, he can be like nothing, okay? Has to be a solid, that's a shield break, okay? Oh, where did the spell ball go? I lost it. All right, there it is. Pass it to me. Incantations, or just like some abilities, they won't have a little flail. It's still a throwy. It still counts as a projectile. This is what they look like. Again, you cannot feel your fingers. It's just rubber bands or just pillows. You can pass this around, please. Awesome. And yeah, what else do I need to cover? Orange sash, orange sash. If somebody has an orange sash, you cannot grapple them. Usually children do that, but anybody that just doesn't want to engage in that, you do not engage them in that, okay? Very bad. Lastly, hold. So we always see in movies and medieval scenarios and stuff like that, people will make a line of shields and they will say hold the line or just hold the enemy and whatnot. Hold is reserved for the safety team to come and assess injuries. So when someone is hurt, let's say I'm fighting Casey and I twist my ankle and now I can get up. The whole realm, I'm going to say hold, and then everybody repeats it and you take a knee. And then safety team will come in and assess the situation. All right? Oh yeah, I'll ask my crowd, did I miss anything? All right, if you guys have any further questions, that'll be the time. Do you have any questions with it? Anything that wasn't clear, stated? No? All right, have fun, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Much better than that.